What's up? So, new Blazing Bash came out, and Global is gonna get it in 2 or 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what day it is today, but let me check. Today is Saturday, so in 3 days. So, should you summon on it? That's the question, and I'm gonna be going over the units. Then I'm gonna be going over the banner, and then I'm gonna be over some situations for people that I know not everyone's gonna have the same amount of pearls at their disposal, not everyone cares too much about PvP. So let me go over Obito first. So the PvE version of the motorcycle that is just outside my house and making a lot of fucking noise. The PvE version. He does 4 times attacking hard damage to enemies. Oh, let me hear the stats. Attack 2000 mid-range, that's actually pretty decent. That's like 66 past Naruto. Body skill 50%. Oh, he's really like 66 past Naruto. Your skill reduces enemy's chance of substitution. That's an odd one. That's very situational for PvE. Not a lot of enemies have a chance to dodge. I guess on the new Sasuke raid, but if you can't beat Sasuke raid, he's not gonna help you. Like, he's not gonna be the defining point about beating the Sasuke raid, you know? And so his first jutsu is 50% chance of jutsu sealing for 3 turns. Kind of a standard jutsu, I would say. Not very special. 11 times attacking hard damage on his range, 80%. Again, not very special, just slip damage. Abilities, ignore substitution, reduces damage from heart, that's pretty interesting. But there's units that already do that. Boost damage to skill, interesting. 10% chance of or erase chakra consumption of jutsu. Only 10%. Extends status effectuation, so from 3 it goes to 5, from 5 it goes to 7. If you think about like how long you're gonna be jutsu sealing and stuff, it's actually pretty decent. Oh, and if you sync with heart, which is probably most of the case if you're gonna run him on PvE, you're gonna reduce damage from body units by 25%, and if you sync with Uchiha, reduces damage from skill by 25%. Skill is not very important, the damage from skill, but if you think about like the amount of time that the enemy is gonna be jutsu sealed or with slip damage, it's actually pretty interesting. But standard, a lot of units already jutsu seal and slip damage, so the damage is not very much. It kinda is if you add up the boost damage, but it's very situational, where he's gonna be better than anyone else. Blazing fast heart units are gonna be better than him. But then we move on to PvP, where Obito is interesting. So I'm not gonna read the PvP stats, it doesn't matter. So PvP HP 40,000, attack almost 3,000, and speed 255. I don't know if this is already speed pill, but I don't think it is. So I think he goes up to 285. The first jutsu is 4 chakra, so he pretty much always starts with this jutsu, if it is, especially because he's probably gonna be on the back, since his body skill is as dodge, so he's gonna make a law for the person on the front. So 7.2 times attack, that's already pretty high, I would say, to enemy range, so he's already a nuker. 60% chance of chakra recovery sealing for 3 turns, so he's like seeing 2 Sasuke, okay. Reduces their chakra by 2, and moves them back to the speed gauge, which if you haven't watched anyone doing that, he goes back to 1955. That's pretty much. I watched the Gems video. You go back to 1955 and knocks them back. He is probably the best Blazing Bash in Traveler Cup. For PvP, he's probably the best Blazing Bash in Traveler Cup. But I don't finish it here. I'm not gonna say summon because it's the best unit. No, I'm not finished. And then the ultimate. No one's gonna use their ultimate, but like it's better using 2 jutsus than the ultimate. Abilities, boost attack by 200, so adds up. Boost status element rate for 10%, so it goes from 60 to 70. 20% chance of dodging, everyone wants dodge. 50% chance of receiving the jutsu back. 5% chance of restoring 1 chakra. This actually happens too frequently to be 5%, honestly. And then if you sync with heart, reduces damage from body to 5%. Uchiha from skill. Most likely you're gonna sync with Uchiha because Uchiha's like dominant PvP, so Obito, best Blazing Bash for PvP. Like, really, he really is. And then we come to Kakashi for PvE. He is short range, or it is like, click off. His attack stat is 2200. His body skill is boost attack by 250, that's actually pretty decent. His field skill is fodder. These never work because it's like from 1% to 3%. I mean, it's 3 times, but is it that much? Jutsu, 5 times attacking body damage to enemy, and for 3 turns, dodge up to 3 attacks. Ultimate, 15 times attacking body damage to enemy range, nearly 5 times advantage, and knocks them back. So he is kind of like Series 6 Pass Obito. He ignores times advantage while being a nuker. You can say that Sasuke does the same, the Final Valley Sasuke, and yes, he does the same and better. But Final Valley Sasuke is not a unit that has a guaranteed step on it, you know? So I would say that at this point, honestly, like, there's been so many units on body that ignores types advantage. Like, if you go back like 4 months ago, we had none that ignore types advantage on their ultimate. Like, he was 0 units. Now there's like, what, 150? So like, another one, okay. He kind of like tones him down a little bit, the fact that we have so many already. And then abilities reduce his chance of attack, fodder, boost damage against skill enemies, so he's actually doing a bit extra than just the regular damage. And then he's just like Obito, honestly. He is just like Obito. Syncs with body, that's what most likely is gonna happen. Boost attack by 200, syncs with leaf, you can also do that, so he can boost his attack up to 400. For PvE he's pretty decent, but only if you don't have someone that ignores types advantage like Yagura, which is being sold right now on the Granny Cat shop, so yikes. And then for PvP, which is what he's supposed to be because he's Blazing Bash, 47,000, so he's kind of a tank. Attack almost 4,000, and speed he's pretty slow, but because he's a tank and has a lot of stacks there. 4.8 times attack in body to all enemies in range. That caught me off guard because it's been a while since I've seen a Blazing Bash unit that doesn't do anything on their jutsu. Because like, I don't think there's any other Blazing Bash unit that I remember that doesn't do anything on their normal jutsu other than damage. Because like, the whole thing about Blazing Bash is that they do stuff on their jutsu, like jutsu ceiling or shit like that, or suit ceiling, or chakra ceiling, anything. He caught me off guard. But he does a good amount of damage, I guess. I reckon Obito does more though. But I mean, he's a AoE. And the abilities ignore substitution, that's actually already pretty decent. Ignores barriers, that's very situational, no one uses barriers. Ignores perfect dodge, I mean, maybe after this video some Blazing Bash unit releases with barrier. Ignores perfect dodge, also pretty situational, no one brings people with dodge, with perfect dodge. Increases multiplier of jutsu by 1, increases multiplier of ultimate. Here's the thing. Ultimate, like, it's very situational using an ultimate. Most likely you're not gonna be using one. So I don't know why they are pushing his ultimate, because like the ultimate is 16 times in one enemy. So he's gonna nuke someone, he's probably gonna kill them. But it's an ultimate. If I wanna use an ultimate, I use like Series Pass Mada, which is way easier to use. And boost on speed by 30% for 5 seconds. At this point, if you already used your ultimate, the match is over. And then same thing skills. Kakashi is pretty meh. Again, Obito is the best in the game. But let's go over the banner now. So if you don't know about the banner, and you did the same mistake as I did, doing 2 steps because you thought that the rates were the same, the rates are not the same. I already made a video on that, but if you didn't watch it, there's 0.12 rates for pulling a Blazing Bash unit, including the quote-unquote featured ones. Let me close it. So, if you go over on the banner, here are the steps. Oh, there's no feature units. 0 feature units. Not even like the main banner cards, the Kakashi and Obito, they're not featured on the banner. So, first step you get the thingy things, and then third step you get Blazing Bash unit guaranteed. And then 5th and 6th step, they have a rate up. And you think, wow, rate ups, normally it's from 1% to 3%, right? These are from 0.12% to 1%. I'm gonna show you in a minute. And then again, same thing there from step 5 and 6, but for both. And then step 9, you're guaranteed one of them, not even two, like one of them. So you can get the one that you don't want, you know. But let me go over on the rates here. Step 1. So as you can see, normally you see a divide of other characters. Let me show you on the Naruto banner that when they're showing the rates, like they show different characters with their rates after them, like 0.33. But because there aren't no featured units, it doesn't show it. It just says 5-star, 15%, right? Yeah, 5-star 15%. So he's on the 5-star pool, which if you divide the 15% for 118 units is 0.127% chance of pulling them. And you can see on step 5 where they rate up the units that it shows that it cuts off from 0.12 to 1% for the rate up. It's pretty annoying that they're doing this, because if you're not gonna do full steps, most likely you shouldn't summon on it at all. You're not gonna pull another Blazing Bastion in, most likely. I've seen people putting all their Blazing Bastion in. That's 100% luck. If you thought that the Naruto and Sasuke banner were bad for rates, you have no idea what the Kakashi and Obito banner are. I did the same mistake of doing 2 steps because I didn't even see that there is no featured unit. So honestly, I would say if you're not gonna do full steps, like maybe you really want the Obito. If you're not gonna do full steps, wait for the next Blazing Bastion banner. They're gonna be around with the same rates on it. I mean, again, if you're not gonna do full steps. If you wait for the next Blazing Bastion banner, they're gonna be there with the exact same 0.12 rates. Exact same. Nothing's gonna change. The difference with the other banner is that there are gonna be other featured units with 1% rates, so most likely you can get people that you want, like instead of like this banner where there's no featured units. So honestly, I'm not gonna summon on it, and if you're not gonna do full steps, don't summon on it. Most likely you're not gonna get anything from it. And yeah, that's what I think. If you disagree with me and say the 0.12% rates are awesome, you should summon on it, please let me know. But thank you guys for watching, and fucking subscribe.